relationships are just complicated, and you can not want to be with somebody but still find them attractive in other ways, and it's complicated, right?
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, and I don't know. It was exciting to work on it.
Scarlett Johansson has just made a statement that's sending shockwaves everywhere. With only a few carefully chosen words, she reignited conversations about Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's marriage in a way no one expected. The moment unfolded after Scarlett was asked a straightforward question about collaborating with Justin Baldoni's production company, but her response quickly became the center of attention.
I myself was actually in the middle of going through a divorce, and it was such a strange coincidence, actually.
During a Vanity Fair interview, Scarlett Johansson appeared as part of a promotional campaign, fully aware that questions about Justin Baldoni and the high-profile legal dispute dominating Hollywood would likely come up. When the interviewer asked about the conflict involving Justin and Blake Lively, including the many allegations and the controversy that reportedly placed enormous pressure on a film studio, Scarlett stayed calm. Rather than responding with resentment, she let out a brief laugh before saying she had a positive experience working with Justin Baldoni's production company, describing the team as supportive and professional. Many viewers interpreted that reaction in different ways, especially those familiar with the history of Scarlett's divorce from Ryan Reynolds. Online discussions have long pointed to the timeline of Ryan and Blake's relationship after they met while filming Green Lantern, noting how quickly events unfolded following Ryan and Scarlett's separation. Some commentators also connected Scarlett's remarks to the ongoing legal dispute involving Justin Baldoni's studio, suggesting her comments indirectly contrasted her own experience with the public controversy surrounding the company. These interpretations remain speculative, but the interview quickly reignited debate across social media about old relationships, new controversies, and the timing of events that continue to attract public attention.
I internalized that if your end goal is just to be a movie star, well, that's different than acting.
At the time, Ryan Reynolds was widely viewed as someone whose public image suggested he would never be unfaithful in a relationship. Because of that reputation, many people readily accepted the love story he and Blake Lively presented, while rumors about their relationship beginning before his previous marriage ended remained the subject of speculation rather than established fact. Following Scarlett Johansson's interview, however, some online commentators felt her remarks encouraged renewed discussion about those long-standing rumors. As the interview gained attention, social media users revisited questions that had circulated for years. Some speculated that Blake Lively's team was working to manage the growing public conversation, while others debated whether Scarlett's comments hinted at a different perspective on the timeline of her marriage and divorce. Questions such as whether Ryan and Blake's relationship began before his split from Scarlett resurfaced across the internet, though these claims remain unverified. The renewed attention also prompted many people to rewatch Scarlett's older interviews, with some viewers interpreting her past responses as subtle hints, even though she had never explicitly confirmed those theories.
I believe very much in integrity and the importance of integrity, and I felt like both of those circumstances, I felt like it was important for me to maintain integrity in the face of both of those circumstances, and so I didn't feel scared.
To understand why Scarlett Johansson's interview attracted so much attention, it's important to look back at the beginning of her relationship with Ryan Reynolds. The two married in a private ceremony in British Columbia in September 2008, and were widely viewed as one of Hollywood's most admired couples. Ryan had already built a successful acting career with films like Van Wilder and Waiting, while Scarlett was becoming one of the industry's biggest stars, later gaining worldwide recognition as Black Widow in the Marvel franchise. Together, they appeared to have the perfect Hollywood marriage. However, reports and media speculation over the years have suggested that their relationship faced challenges behind the scenes. Various accounts have described growing differences in their personal and professional lives as both careers evolved. During that period, Scarlett's profile continued to rise, while Ryan experienced a mix of successes and setbacks, leading commentators to speculate about possible strain within the marriage. None of these claims have been confirmed by those involved. Around this same time, Ryan and Blake Lively met while filming Green Lantern, a moment that would later become a major focus of public discussion about the timeline of their relationship.
Lantern.
She runs the company that he works for, and in moments of weakness when he's not sure that he wants to save the world because he is just a man, she is there to encourage him and help him see and fulfill his potential.
While filming Green Lantern, Blake Lively was cast as Carol Ferris, with Ryan Reynolds starring as Hal Jordan. On screen, they played each other's love interests, but years later, many fans began speculating that their off-screen connection developed during production as well. Reports and rumors that circulated afterward claimed the pair spent a great deal of time together between shoots, fueling widespread discussion about when their relationship truly began. According to long-standing allegations, Blake and Ryan grew increasingly close throughout filming. Stories later surfaced claiming they attended activities together, including private cooking classes in New Orleans, which some observers viewed as more than casual outings given that Ryan was still married at the time. Other unverified accounts from people said to have been connected to the production alleged that the two frequently spent time together away from the rest of the cast, leading to ongoing speculation among those following the story. As these rumors spread, some reports claimed Scarlett Johansson became aware of the growing closeness through people who had been around the production. According to those accounts, she reportedly confronted the situation and made it clear she was uncomfortable with what she believed was happening. Other rumors went even further, alleging that Blake chose to continue pursuing the relationship despite those concerns. None of these allegations have been publicly confirmed by the people involved, but they remain a major part of the narrative that continues to be debated whenever the history of Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, and Scarlett Johansson is discussed.
What it cost.
We just had chemistry, and chemistry really, genuinely, is one of the few things in film that you can't just invent or create. It's either there or it's not. So it was fantastic working with Blake. I mean, she just brought every part of herself, and she's not kidding when she says she'd get off set at 1 in the morning and she'd be back over in New Orleans shooting at 6 a.m.
The timeline is quite chilling when you look at it closely. Filming wrapped up in August 2010, and then a waitress in New York City revealed seeing Ryan and Blake on what was a romantic date. Just the two of them alone, laughing, flirting, acting exactly like a couple on a date. This sighting happened before Ryan and Scarlett's divorce was even finalized. It was December 14, 2010. They arrived with a joint statement announcing their separation. Ryan even claimed he never cheated on Scarlett, saying he and Blake were just friends during filming. And I personally think the statement was made by him just to protect his image while everyone who knew the truth stayed quiet for over a decade. And Blake watching Scarlett's marriage collapse while sliding into her spot like she had been waiting for this moment.
Being a woman, a 20-something-year-old in the early 2000s, being a 20-year-old woman in the early 2000s in the spotlight, I think in general, it was a really harsh time. I think women were just pulled apart.
Following Blake Lively's split from Penn Badgley, media attention quickly shifted to her highly publicized appearances with Leonardo DiCaprio. At the same time, speculation continued to swirl around her connection with Ryan Reynolds after they worked together on Green Lantern. Some commentators later argued that the very public sightings with DiCaprio may have drawn attention away from ongoing rumors linking Blake and Ryan, although there is no public evidence confirming that this was intentional. As paparazzi photos of Blake and Leonardo made headlines, online discussions continued to question whether her friendship with Ryan had already become something more behind the scenes. Fans who closely followed celebrity timelines pointed to the overlap in media coverage and debated whether the sequence of events matched the public narrative. These theories have remained a topic of internet speculation for years, but none have been confirmed by those involved. When Green Lantern premiered in June 2011, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively appeared together to promote the film, while Scarlett Johansson was not present at the event. That detail fueled even more discussion among fans, particularly because Blake was still being linked in the media to Leonardo DiCaprio around the same period. The overlapping headlines led many observers to question the timeline of Blake's relationships, although the exact sequence of events has never been definitively established. After Ryan's divorce, he gave interviews suggesting he had little interest in dating or remarrying anytime soon. Those remarks were later contrasted with his marriage to Blake Lively in September 2012, which happened less than 2 years after his divorce from Scarlett. For some online commentators, the relatively quick progression reinforced their long-held suspicions that Ryan and Blake's relationship may have begun earlier than publicly acknowledged. However, those conclusions remain based on speculation rather than confirmed facts, and the individuals involved have not verified those claims.
Picture.
It's really disagreeable. She's like really harsh. But I also was like, yeah, I guess she is, but like people have their stuff, right? And like you can't like what's the purpose of making her kinder to her daughter?
Scarlett Johansson's recent comments have reignited online conversations about Hollywood's most talked about relationships and controversies. During a promotional interview, she spoke positively about her experience working with Justin Baldoni's production company, describing the team as supportive before adding, "But yes, such weird timing." That brief remark quickly became the focus of internet speculation. For years, fans have debated the timeline of Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's relationship, with competing narratives circulating online. While some believe their romance developed naturally after both were single, others continue to question whether their connection began earlier. None of those theories have been publicly confirmed by the people involved, but Scarlett's latest interview prompted many viewers to revisit older interviews, photos, and public appearances in search of new meaning. The renewed attention comes alongside the public legal dispute involving Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, which has fueled widespread discussion across social media. Some online commentators have suggested Scarlett's comments indirectly reference the controversy because Baldoni's production company is connected to her directorial debut. However, Scarlett never accused anyone directly or confirmed those interpretations. Supporters argue that her restraint is exactly what made the interview so impactful. Instead of making allegations, she simply shared her own experience, leaving audiences to draw their own conclusions. Meanwhile, critics of the online speculation caution against treating internet theories as established fact, noting that many of the most dramatic claims remain unverified. Whether her words carried hidden meaning or were simply an offhand observation, one thing is certain: a single sentence was enough to reignite years of debate. In Hollywood, sometimes the loudest statement isn't an accusation, it's the silence that follows.